should we go to YouTube video? You ready? You see your makeup too? You better take some pictures after this. No, because you know how long it took like to take a photo. You're not ready? Let me see your face, honey. Like you see. It's you. Is it counting down or counting up?
Yeah, try to pull up her laptop because her phone is not allowing her, so she'll pull up her laptop to see if she'll be able to access using her laptop.
Okay, no problem. I think we are live now. No, we're not. We're still having some technical issues. Wait, I think I'm getting a feedback from your end. So check on that.
All right, let me check on that.
Yes. All right, so we're just waiting on our issues to be resolved so we can start. All right, so this evening it's Let's Chat J3A PUMA National Senior and Junior Championship that will start tomorrow, June 6th, goes on to July 6th, and that goes on to July 9th, where we will see some of our talented seniors and juniors trying their best to make the World Championship team for Budapest, Hungary this year. Also, some of our juniors trying to make the national team for a couple of meets. You have NACAC age group, you have NACAC under 18 and under 23, and you also have Pan Games coming up later on this year. All right. Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome to Sansi Lifestyle Media YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, thank you so much, guys, for joining. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you have not done so yet. Also, go ahead and share the live, because we're going to be having conversations. We're going to be talking. We're going to be interacting. We're going to have a couple of people passing through, sharing their points, and also, telling us who they think is going to win the different events. And we're going to be talking. Also, hit the notification bell so that whenever we drop a video or we're having a live, you'll be notified. All right. So welcome again. And also, if you enjoy the content, share it, so we can know, or tell us what you'd like to hear from us. All right. So right now we have Wayne Weathers. This person, he loves track and field. I don't even sure if he was an athlete, but him love track and field. And we're gonna be talking later on in the live. We should have a couple of other persons passing through to share, their opinion with us. All right. So again, welcome everybody, and feel free to comment, and let us know what you're thinking and what's going on. Wade,
Hey, Sunset.
What's up?
I am feeling track and fieldish.
I am excited.
Most definitely, most definitely. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we should be seeing some good track and field starting. I'm excited about what this championship has to offer, both on the senior as well as on the junior sides. Uh, Champs gave us a great idea as to where our junior athletes are, and the recently concluded Racers Grand Prix also showed us a bit as to what we can expect from some of our seniors. Most of the top ranked names, especially on the female sides, we have not seen them so far, or what we've seen of them so far has a lot of questions. But knowing our track and field and what we have to offer, I am really excited to see what the next 4 days will bring.
I am definitely excited myself because, like you said, a couple of our senior athletes, that we're expecting stuff from, we have not seen them, frequent and stuff on the track, whether it be locally or internationally. So I can just expect, that bubbling of excitement. Also, guys, we want you to ensure that you show up, for the next 4 days from the 6th to the 9th. Come with the support, come with a cheer for our national athletes as they go out and showcase their talents. All right. I'm going to be sharing the link also on Instagram. So, guys, feel free to share the live and let everybody know that they need to jump on so we can talk sports. All right. Wait, we know that everybody is looking for the 100-meter male and female. So we're going to leave that one for last.
The Blue
Right?
Ribbon event.
Yes. We don't want to talk about that one too early because we don't want the people them leave us too early, you know. But I want you to tell me what it is that you think about the 400-meter hurdles because we're going to start with the juniors, because tomorrow morning we have the juniors, kicking things off for us. And we have the 400-meter hurdles coming tomorrow morning. Talk to me.
The 400-meter hurdles should be interesting for the juniors. We saw some cracking performance over the season. Uh, I for on the female side, I see Tony and Beckford from Edwin Allen. She'll be running with the seniors. So I am looking at the field as we speak now, looking at the information that I have to see exactly what that has to offer. However, from the junior side, I do believe that it is one of those events that we are getting the hang of. And I expect our athletes to do very well there. I'm looking forward to see some PBs. Running a PB is extremely what anyone would go out there for, and that's anything that we could ask from our juniors as they prepare for the championships that are available to them. I'm definitely looking to see some PBs happening as a result of what should be on the track tomorrow morning.
All right, definitely, because I mean, everyone is coming out to ensure that, they make the team. Um, the 400-meter is later on in the afternoon. And it might be a little bit challenging for the persons that are planning to double up, you know, because having to do the 4 hurdles and then come back later and do the 400. But let's talk seniors for the 400. And we're going to talk about the male first. I'll always leave the man them for last,
Well,
right? So we're going to talk about the male first.
Well, what I can tell you is that for the male 400 meters, it is going to be one to watch. We definitely have some young prospects who are doing extremely well in the event this year. We have Sean Bailey, who has been running PB after PB after PB. We see the likes of Antonia Watson, who has run some PB in the season as well. We see Anthony Cox. He is a fighter, so definitely we'll have to look out for him and what he has to offer there. And there are some very talented young persons. What I like about the 400-meter Sanzek is definitely the fact that the names that we're seeing and the performances that we're seeing so far this season, they are all young talent who are just moving out of the high school system, moving into professional ranks. And in my mind, and based on what I'm seeing, they are hungry, and that type of hunger is what is needed to push forward. I'm excited to see what they have to offer. If I were to put my mouth where my money is, I'm definitely looking forward to see what Sean Bailey has to offer there. Um, Javon Powell is one that we definitely have to watch out for. So this one should definitely be an exciting event for championship on the male side. The female side is also very, very hot. So far this season, again, we're seeing the younger athletes come to the front of the line. We have Cherokee Young. She is doing extremely well. We have Stacey and Williams. So for both 400 meters, I'm excited to see what the younger athletes who are transitioning into the professional ranks are looking for. For the male side, I'm hoping if we can see at least in the 44s for the champion. On the female side, I'm hoping to see very low 50s.
All right. Hi. Well, thank you so much, Wade. Welcome, Renee. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Renee, can you hear me?
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right. So Wade and I, we were just here talking about the four hurdles. That's gonna be one of the event to open the show tomorrow morning, and also the 400 later on in the afternoon. What are your take on the 400 men? Because we're giving the men a chance to go first today. So
The 400 men. This might be way out there, but my pick. It might come as a surprise to some, but my pick, and Wade, I know I haven't sent you my predictions as yet. You'll get the Excel sheet shortly, but I have Antonio Watson to win the 400 men.
Antonio, Wade, what say you?
Sean Bailey. I'm going to go with Sean Bailey. The consistency that I've seen all season from him. He took on Karani James earlier in the season. He has been doing very well in the United States. He has not run locally all season, but he has been doing extremely well against some real good names and producing some very good times too. I think he has done 4 PBs since the start of the season. So I'm definitely going with Sean Bailey for the 400.
All right, people. So you hear them? Antonio Watson and Sean Bailey. So at the end of the day, they said it right here. All right. So we Renee, who do you think, or you want to talk to me rather about the four hurdles in the morning for the juniors? Renee? Renzi? All right, I guess
I mean,
she.
on
Okay.
the men's side, Sunset, I definitely see Antonio Forbes from Kingston College. He is the most seeded person there. On form all season, he has done well. So I'm looking to see Antonio Forbes come out on the male side. On the female side, I'm just here pulling up the start list to see exactly what are the names listed there. On the female side, I'm not sure about that one yet. Before the session is over, I'll definitely provide you with who I'm looking at on the female side.
All right. So you say Antonio Forbes. So for the juniors, four hurdles. We're doing some crazy predictions.
Yeah, I'm going with Antonio Forbes for the juniors. For the seniors, that is going to be a whole different race because we know we can never rule out Anja Hill Hyde. However, we have Rashawn who has been doing very well. He is
Definitely.
out of the champ system. He has been running some very good 400 meters throughout the season, and he
Mhm.
looks very good over the hurdles. So let us see what that one has to offer. I've not made a prediction on that one as yet. I'm still going through my list, but I'm excited. I'm excited about the championship overall. This championship has a lot of the younger athletes coming through, and what I can see from the season onwards is that hunger. So therefore, that has me excited. The times that they have been running are very good times. So I'm just excited.
I'm excited too. All right. We have because I mean, one thing I know about Jamaicans, about us as Jamaicans, because my kind of sound foreignish a while ago, is that we're always talking track, even though it is track and field. All right, so I'm going to jump off the track a little bit and I'm going to jump into the field, right? For the discus men, right? We have been seeing Frederick hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. And we have seen Kai Chang. We have seen a little bit of Travis. You know, what's your pick and why for the men's discus?
So the men's discus is another one that has a lot of potential. Travis has been doing very well all season. I think he has also PB'd. He's just coming off of a win overseas. At the collegiate level, we have Roger Stone, who has also been doing very well. We have Travis, we have Chakai. We have a good field there. Um, I'm not going to rule out a champion. So definitely, I like Frederick Dakers, but I think this one will see Travis taking this one.
Travis is your pick.
Yeah, I think based on form, based on the throws and the consistency, I'm going to slightly go ahead with Travis over for this one.
Yeah, all right, people, you hear him loud and clear. All right. So let's say Renee, because we want to hear you, you know. Renz, is she gone? I guess she having some issues with her mic or her internet. All right. I would want to say my pick, of course, is
Can you hear me?
yes, we're hearing you now, love.
Um,
We're talking about men's discuss.
yeah, man. Based on form, this year form, I'll go with Travis Michael.
All right, so that's two. But personally, for me, I think Frederick or Kai can come up with something out of the bag.
Right, but
No?
has Kai reached the world championship standard?
Well, that is another thing.
I don't think he has.
Wade, have you checked for that?
I am actually
I
pulling
see
up.
you checking.
Yeah, I am actually pulling up over here to see exactly where we are. I'm sure. Well, this one is Renee's because she's definitely one to actually follow. This is one of her favorite
The
events.
standards,
So
yes.
yeah, so she's definitely the one for this one. But I'm pulling to see exactly what is happening here.
So he's pulling people. He's pulling. And these two analysts that we have tonight, they are track and field lovers. And not just, they love the sport, they're watching the sport, they follow every detail of the sport, and that's what we love about them.
We fight over the sport too.
And they actually do literally fight over the sport. All right. So we're still in the field, Renee, and we have a little guy this season that has been creating some serious storm, and I mean, he's only 18 years old, just leave high school, and already doing some serious stuff, threatening some seniors if possible. And we're talking about Jaden Hibbert, world lead for the triple jump. What do you think he can give to us for, you know, the championship?
For me, I'm going to even go beyond this championship. I see Jaden Ebert in the top three at the World Championships. So far for my long-term predictions, so far I have him in the silver medal spot for the World Championship. Um, for this championship, I think he is going to come out. He knows he's the class of the field, so definitely he'll come out and enjoy himself.
As
Um, I'm
always.
I'm looking to see if he'll go as close as the world junior record that he has jumped earlier
Mm,
this year. Um, for this one, knowing that he has the standard, knowing that he is the class of the field, I think he should just go easy and relax. Uh, Tighten up some of those areas that he would definitely be working on with his coach to see if he can actually go further, probably 18 meters for this season. Not saying that it's going to be a walk in the park, but this one is one of the ones that all predictions can actually say Jaden Hibbert and confidently just believe that he'll go out there and do what needs to be done to not only secure his first senior title, but also prepare for the World Championships.
Renee, do you disagree?
I can't believe that I'm agreeing with Wade because we can't agree on much, as close as we are. But I would agree with Wade looking beyond the national championship because, to be frank, I don't think Jaden will get a lot of competition. And this is no disrespect to anybody else, but I don't think, based on the class of athlete that he is, he will get a lot of competition at our national championship. So I don't think maybe he does one round and or two rounds and sit out the additional rounds and win the championship. So I think the big jump that we are all looking for from him might come at World Championship.
Mm, definitely. And I totally agree with you both. We don't always agree, but I agree this time, definitely. Especially with Wade.
Wow, I'm on a roll tonight.
Especially with Wade. Yes. So, I mean, personally for me, for this national championship, I am, as a photographer, I mean, shooting the track event, it's always nice having, the athletes running into your lanes and that kind of thing. But I think I am personally looking forward to shooting the field events. I think it's going to be glorious. I mean, the field events, it's just rising, for Jamaica. And it's actually a big thing, and we're going to jump over to high jump, because we have some really, really good athletes jumping. Renee, I want you to tell us who hit the standard for high jump so far.
I'm checking.
Yes, please. And then tell me your prediction.
This is high jump male, right?
I
Yes,
mean, for the high
seniors.
jump male, the standard is 232.
Yeah,
I doubt any of our guys have gone 232 all year.
probably the
Um,
closest is 226.
yeah, I think the closest we have this year, I'm pulling the records here. I think the
Yeah,
closest we
we
have
looked
is
at it last
228.
night, Wade. It's Romaine Beckford is the closest. However, it's 227.
He's at 227.
Right. So if they don't remember, if they don't meet the standard, they take the top 32 based on ranking. So I'm going to tell you where our jumpers are ranked based
Globally.
on the ranking. So, and the ranking I think was updated yesterday. Yeah, as of July 4th. Um, the highest ranked Jamaican is
I think that would be Romaine Beckford. The
No,
highest ranked Jamaican would be Romaine Beckford, then Lushane Wilson.
no, it's Lucien then Romaine. Lucien is at 26 and Romaine is at 28.
So it would be Romaine. Romaine is at. I'm checking on the world champion on the World Athletics.
No, all right. So this is based on ranking and not height. So Lucien is at 26 and Romaine is at 28.
No, you see the fighting that we always have, right?
All right, guys. All right. So in the meantime, you're there trying to figure that little thing out. Sit on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Big up yourself. Sit on, Bowen. You know. And Sidan said, Wayne, the men 400 look like Sean Bailey, and any other two would take the remaining spot. So the man said, I go with Sean. All right. He's going with Sean.
Overall, for that event, Sunset,
Yeah.
that event is going to be on both sides, even on the junior sides as on the junior side as well.
Mm-hmm.
That event is going to be one to watch, most definitely. It has
Yes.
been one of Jamaica's favorite events. Um, and it has been one where we have always found our way to get into the medal pool, even if not in the individual race, but on the relays, the relay team. And so I think we have a good crop of women right now running the event. I'm sure the event is missing Sharika Jackson right now, but her space slowly is filling up there. I see we have some bright talents coming out of the collegiate system as well as from the high school system. One to look out for is Ricky and Russell. She has been doing phenomenal throughout the champ
Yes, she has
season.
had an amazing season.
So she's
Yes,
definitely one to look out for to see how she will place and how she will pace herself as well as the rounds.
right, definitely. Sidan also said that, you know what? Jaden just gonna give them one and done. One and done. One jump, that's it. Let me go rest for the next round. What you guys think? One or two?
I see him giving about three jumps. I see him doing about three runs. Maybe he'll skip them, do one and then move on to three. But I see him giving about three jumps.
I feel Renee saying no, I disagree. Renee?
One or two. I don't see him doing more than that, but it would be good if he surprises us because,
Yeah,
it's a beauty to watch.
it is. It is. All right, guys. So we'll talk about the high jump. Um, which other field event? All
Well,
right.
well, Sunset, if we're talking about field event, I can tell you one event that I've never really been excited about that I am excited to see this year.
Shot put.
No, no, no. The men's long jump is going to be one to watch.
Yes, but before you reach the men's long jump, is it the women's long jump tomorrow?
I'll have to check with the schedule to
It
see
is.
exactly
It
what.
is tomorrow.
And I think Akila Smith should win that one.
Yeah,
That's Renee's girl.
I have Achilles Smith down for that one as well.
Because she has been jumping well all season, of course, you know. So
And she her last competition down in Austin, she came under attack for want of a better word because she really wasn't leading that competition and she really pulled it out of the bag with the last jump. So for me, that's maturity right there in the sport. That's somebody who understands what they can give and how much they can give to get to the place that they want to be. So for her, this would have been her second season in and the US collegiate system, and so far she has been doing phenomenally well. I believe that she is going to move Jamaica long jumping to a place where we really haven't seen in a long time. I'm excited when I think about Achilles Smith and jumping.
and we can't forget about female seniors triple jump.
Well, as a very old boy, I am a little prejudiced when it comes to that one. I love Shanika Ricketts for the triple jump. She's a
And she
beautiful
has been consistent, of course.
she has been consistent. Her times this year are consistent.
Her distance.
Around the 1440s thereabout. She's a championship performer, so I know she's working with her coach to figure it out for championships. And she will definitely take that one out. And I see where she will get competition again from Akeelia Smith because she does both jumps.
Yeah.
So I see where she'll get some competition there, but she definitely knows how to actually go in the bag and pull out a championship win.
All right, definitely. So guys, remember, you can always post your opinion in the chat, and you can always, if you have any questions that you want to ask, you can always just drop it in the comment section. And remember, people, share, man, share, share, share. So we can get the thing out there. We're having fun. I mean, we're excited about the national championship. It it is one to watch, you know.
I mean,
Um,
Sunset, before you
sure.
even continue there, I don't know about anybody else, but I've been thinking about the championships all week because Renee and I have this thing where we do our Google sheets and compare who is going to win, and we actually sit with our sheets and strike them off. I found myself trying to put my sheet together, and I actually can't figure out who is going to win some of the events.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder this year.
And that speaks about the quality of athletes that we have now on
Yeah.
both levels. A lot of people on the international circuit were saying that after Usain Bolt, Jamaica track and field would have been dead. And I do believe that right now we're seeing a resurgence that we've never seen before, because before you would have those one and two persons who are consistently up there, but now we have a pool that we have to try to choose from, and
Right.
that speaks to the depths of what we have, and thus the excitement. I'm not sure
Right.
how Renee is feeling, but I know for me, I'm overjoyed.
Renee, how you feeling? Renee is happy. I don't think she can sleep. Thursday night into Friday, she's gonna be at the stadium very early because then that's the 100-meter finals,
Actually, I'm
guys.
going to be at the stadium tomorrow.
Oh yeah, see, there are people. So she's not sleeping tonight, and the 100-meter starts tomorrow, and the semifinals, finals on Friday. All right, so let's talk 100 female. Sharika, Elaine, Tina, Tia, Shelly, Alana, only 18 years old, just leave high school, fresh. Brianna, that's a lot. Let's talk 100-meter people.
Hello, Tina Clayton is still 18 years old.
I am so sorry. Oh, Tina, but
She'll not be 19 until next month.
see, they shall know her birthday, people. But all right, Tia, let's talk 100 people.
But this one very controversial, because almost everybody don't have the national record holder, fastest woman alive, and double Olympic champion making the team. Some people don't even have her making the final. I don't know if she's gonna win. To be honest, it's gonna be hard, but she is going to make that team.
Wait.
I think Sharika should win the 100 based on form, and I hear Steve Francis. I hear there's a video of Steve Francis saying that watch out for Tina Clayton, and from experience, you should, when he says watch out for somebody, something special is coming. So I think she should make the team as well. Kevona, I think she might just make the relay team, not an individual spot. So my top three: Sharika, Elaine, and Tina Clayton.
right. So no Alana.
No, maybe the relay team.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna break anybody's heart when it comes to the 100 meters for tonight. I'm excited about this 100 meters. So far we have had a long list of females who are doing very well this season. Renee highlighted several of the top names there. For me, I definitely think it is going to be a Sherika Jackson victory. Um, I also see I'm a little concerned about the fact that we have not seen Elaine all season. I understand that she has been battling injuries and so forth, and we all know that a healthy Elaine Thompson is a dangerous Elaine Thompson hero. So I believe that she would not have turned up to a championship where she doesn't see herself making the team. So I definitely have her down to make this team. A heart of a champion is a heart that you never can rule against. The third place spot is where we definitely have an issue now because we have the likes of Tia Clayton, we have the likes of Brianna Williams, we have Serena Cole coming through as well. We have several persons in the lineup, Alana Reed, as you highlighted, Sunset, and a number of girls. It is going to be very interesting to see how that third place spot is going to pan out. Secretly, in my mind, and based on what I have been told from persons that I'm speaking to within the track and field community, we should be concerned about Tina Clayton. And I'm excited to hear that we should be concerned about Tina Clayton. She's young, she's hungry, she's a two-time World Under 20 champion. She can run fast. And so far this season, we really haven't seen her much. But each time I think about Tina Clayton, I'm looking back at Gibson Relays where she ran that 60 meters, and she looked very good doing that 60-meter there. So I'm looking forward to see what she has to offer. What I do know is that that race, when it comes to the final on Friday night, that race will actually have a lot of surprises as well as a lot of people doing very well. What I can say is I do see all this the top names in the finals. I see Sherika Jackson coming out on top. I'm not going to bet against Elaine Thompson here for one of those top three spots, but for the final spot, I'm waiting before I can actually distribute that one to somebody. In my mind, I'm giving it to Tina Clayton, but I'm also optimistic because the talent pool this year is very serious.
All right. So
And
someone in
then,
the chat, hold
Sunset,
on.
before we
Hold
even move on,
on.
I mean, we're talking about a 100 meter that is extremely competitive without a Shelley and Fraser Price, the five-time world champion. So therefore, it tells you what we have going on here. Because if let us say that we were to put her in the race, then we're talking about something serious. But again, as I said when we opened, we haven't seen her run all season. She's opening her season at the championships. Elaine Thompson has only run one race over 100 meters. So I think it should be exciting what is there to be stored in the 100 meter. I'm looking towards Budapest for the 100 meter, and what I'm seeing black, green, and gold.
Yeah.
I think a lot of persons are saying that Elaine has only ran one race and she ran 11:24, and she's not gonna make the team because that's a schoolgirl time and all the fields. But if we seriously look at the female 100-meter for us, there are only two persons in the pool that have run, or maybe three if you count 11:04 by Brianna Williams. Everybody
Mhm.
else has run close to the time that Elaine has run.
Yeah.
You have Sharika, she ran what, 10:78, and
Hmm.
you have Alana that ran 10:92, and that was
Yeah.
3 months ago. Alana has not run anything close to that since she ran that
Oh,
10:92 3 months ago. So
I
we
mean,
have
she ran 11:04 in Japan. I think maybe that's about 3 weeks
that
ago.
she did not run
no, I
11:04 in
think it's
Japan.
11, 11, 1,
11
2.
1 1 2 or 1 4,
Yeah.
something like that she ran. That's not even close to 1092. So I think if we were
But
going
then
based
Renee,
on,
one would say that Alana is probably tired, or maybe now she has gotten enough rest. She can, you know, getting a good start. I don't know. But we're not ruling out Elaine. We will never rule out Elaine because, like Wade said, the heart of a champion can rule at all. But before you go on, guys, we have to take some comments from the chat. So we want to big up Monique out of Canada. And she say, yes, Elaine will make that team. So far, Elaine have our peeps, them a cheer for her. And Sidan say, Sharika win 1-2. Easy. When I reach 200 yet, and I'm already predict Sharika. So you don't know. Sidan also says, one thing with Brianna, that girl know when for peak. What do you think about that, guys? Because would you want to rule out Brianna out of making that team?
I'm not ruling out anybody, and that's why my third place spot is
It's
open.
no one.
It's
Okay.
open. However, I'm gonna be very honest. Brianna has run her last two races at the Alcomas meet as well as in New York. She ran 11:04.
Yeah.
And she looks like she's getting to her sprinting form. Um, the trick with this championship is that most of our women over 100 meters have actually not run. I just looked at it. The last time Tina Clayton ran was in Atlanta several months ago. We're talking about Sherika Jackson's last race was about 3 weeks ago.
actually, Tina was at an all comers was a meet at the stadium and she aborted the race. She stopped midway.
That is nothing that we can judge from. So there was no official time on the board. The 100-meter sunset is definitely going to produce something special.
It is. I believe
It is,
so.
and I am going as far as to say that 100-meter could actually really and truly, if Sherika Jackson puts that race together, how I think she's putting that race together, and I know she's walking with her book this season. I think we can
Yes.
actually look. I think we can actually look at 10-6.
Mm.
I'm just saying 10-6, a new PB. That 10-7-1 looks like it might be gone.
She has a way of writing things down, When she write it down, it tends to happen. I wonder if she wants to write something down for me. I don't know. Maybe win some millions. I don't know. But
It's possible when you see her, you talk to her about it.
yeah, Bessie, you
But
want to write
but
something down for me?
but Renee, what do you think about the statement that I just wrote there? Do you think we can look and see a 10-6?
With Sharika, it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
I don't know. Maybe low 10-7. I honestly don't see a 10-6. I don't even think 10-7 will be necessary to win it based on the form of the other ladies that she'll be competing against. But I honestly don't see a 10-6. Maybe in Budapest. She'll run the 10-6, but I don't see it for Friday night.
Mm.
The thing about the Jamaican trials is that our trials and the US trials is happening at the same time, and each like to send a message to each other. So I'm definitely I'm looking 10-6. I'm seeing 10-6 now as we speak. Right now I'm actually seeing 10-6. I won't be disappointed if I don't get a 10-6, but I'm not looking at the field for Sharika because I think she's looking at a different end game this year. She looks different in terms of her focus. So I'm not looking at the field that she'll be up against, and I'm not underestimating this field any at all either. Because who knows, maybe we say a 10-6 and it is from Elaine Thompson Hero and
Hey,
not Sharika Jackson. So
wow.
therefore, I'm not looking at the field. I'm looking at the form that she's in. I'm looking at her mindset, and
Shots fired.
I'm looking at the global track and field arena right now. When you look at Marie Jose Talu, when you're looking to the US championships between Aliyah Hobbs and and Shakira Richardson, I think Sharika is looking to say, hey, I am Sharika Jackson.
Yes. Agreed, Renee. I agree. I agree. We might be surprised, people. We might very well be surprised. Hmm. We might very well be surprised. Sidan said, right? And I think Renee mentioned it earlier. He said, one second.
I'm seeing it, Sunset, so I can read it for you if you want me to.
Please go ahead, love.
So he said two things actually. So he says if Frano say watch out for
Yes.
Tina, then we have to watch out. And also Frano knows how to pick his athletes at the perfect time.
And I totally agree. I don't want to call him a magician, but I will say he's like a magician. You
Well,
know?
I'm not even going to base Tina on Frano. I'm going to base Tina on Tina.
Okay.
Tina is a championship performer. Tina, I mean, you can never rule against Tina Clayton. She's definitely a championship performer, and she has proven that times after time again. Um, they knew, the both twins knew why they went professional rather than continue, as a lot of persons were saying. So for me, when it comes to Tina Clayton, I'm not going to just take the word of Stephen Francis. I'm also going to take the character of the athlete herself, and she is actually a championship performer.
Right. So we got a mouthful for the ladies. So there's no more Usain Bolt. And they said that track and field would have been dead in Jamaica. But we have Akeem, we have Oblique, we have Johan. Who else we have?
We have
Nkrumah, Boaji.
Sandra Davidson.
We have Sandra Davidson. Let's talk 100-meter men, people.
So I have Oblique Civil to win.
Mm.
Akeem Blake for second. Um, I want to say Johan Blake, only because Johan Blake knows how to be in teams. So that's my three for right now.
Right. Weird. I just
Um,
see that face that says no. I don't agree.
well, the 100-meter men, it is exciting, definitely exciting. When it comes to my top three, I actually agree with Renee for the first two. For the third spot, I don't know why I'm not giving up the third spots for both either men or women. For the third spot, I'm not sure at this time, to be very honest. Johan Blake has been consistent in the low tens. Um, Looking good, and again, you can't rule out the heart of a champion. He still has a lot to prove and a lot to offer to the sport. However, again, we are seeing that upcoming, those youths coming up. Baraji and Krumah is looking real good. I was in the stadium when he ran that 999, and I really believe that he could have gone faster. We're talking about a Sanjay Davidson. I haven't seen him this season, but he's one of the ones that is hungry too. We're talking about Cage. I like Cadrian Golson. At the Racers Grand Prix, I saw him looking like a different athlete that I've seen before. We have some young men who are also coming through. When I look at the 100-meter field, I am excited to see what we have to offer. You're talking about people like Taekwondo Tracy. He's a former national champion and one who knows how to make a national team as well. We are talking about Julian Ford, who actually, and if he's really in the mood, he can actually spring something on the field as well. I think the top two is we have little questions on the top two, but when it comes to that third space spot, we have some question mark there, but we also have some very good runners. What I'm looking forward to is how well they will execute and how they will place. I doubt we'll see any surprise in the men's 100-meter, but what I'm looking at for the next 3, 4, 5 years, we should be seeing some great things coming out of the men's 100 meter for Jamaica. So for now, I'm gonna keep it at Oblique and Blake, Akeem Blake, for 1, 2, and that third place spot. I'm not ruling out Johan Blake, but it is possible that we can see some persons really coming through and creating an upset there. Maybe a new name on the world stage too.
I don't know. I think Johan probably could surprise everybody
And win it
um,
all.
and win it all. I don't know. I guess I'm the strange kid. Sidan says Civil and Akeem top two for sure. Third place, hard to call. He's agreeing with Wade too much, you know. Is Wade your friend?
No,
Um,
guess what happens, Sunset? When you're a track and field fan and you're looking at the sport, how you're looking at the sport, some things just come out to you without even thinking
that's
twice.
true.
And that's just how it is looking right now. It is going to be an exciting one.
It is.
I think if there is any surprise to be had in that 100 meter for men, I think the surprise is going to probably be Sandra Davidson.
My surprise would be Boaji.
I am not ruling out Moachi and crew,
I
man.
am not ruling him out at all.
I am concerned though since he ran that 10.99. I've not seen much of him because he went to the Caribbean Games and he
I
had an
mean,
injury.
9.99.
9.99. My
999,
bad.
yeah.
Thank you. He pulled out at the Caribbean Games. And since then, I personally have not seen him. So therefore, I'm not sure how he's looking form wise. What I do know is that that boy can run. So
Yes.
therefore, who
He
knows?
ran. He ran in a meet, I think 2, 3 weeks ago.
Yes, one of the road to Budapest.
Road to Budapest. He
Yes.
ran.
And what was the time?
We
I
don't remember, but
ten
it's
sixty
not
something thereabout.
the Boaji that we are expecting. But then these athletes, you know, we have seen them year after year running at the high school level, and then people probably would say, but the high school level and senior level is different. But one thing for sure, I know with most of these athletes is whenever they show up to a championship, it's a different game. I have to make this team and I'm going to run until my legs fall off. I'm going to make this team. So I personally think I'm not going to rule out Boaji and I'm definitely not going to rule out Johan. You know, I mean, a surprise is a surprise because I watched Akeem just recently in New York and I know probably Akeem himself is still surprised, you know, with what's his name? Running the 9.8. What's his name? Why can't
Daniel Hughes?
Darnell? Yes. You know, coming out of nowhere and just boop, you know, so surprise. I think once Johan is fit and going through all the rounds, he can surprise us.
Speaking
And
of
the same
Zarnell,
for me.
Zarnell running that 983 and surprising the world, surprising himself, should give us a little bit of insight as to what is happening at Racers Track Club. And maybe
Exactly.
a little bit of insight of what Oblique Civil is have in store for us.
Right.
Renee, are you trying to say something?
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Renee, I said something to you earlier this week. I quoted a particular time to you earlier this week. Are you now agreeing with the time that I said to you earlier this week?
No, she's
I
not.
cannot remember, because I'm getting so old, so I can't remember what you said.
I said something about a 9-7.
It is possible. I think Oblique Civil has had 9-7 in him for quite some time. Because to be quite frank, Oblique Civil has been running and slowing down ever so often at the line for some strange reason.
Well, what I'm gonna say as it relates, because I'm just looking at the list here. what I'm going to say is that that third place spot at the Jamaica Trials will go to somebody who is going to run a race of a lifetime to get it, because this field looks real competitive, which is one of the things that we have not had in a very long time for the men's sprinting in Jamaica. So let us see. I'm excited.
Me too. All right. Sidan says, remember last year, Frano said, look out for Sharika Jackson in the 200 because they're working on the curve, and we see what happened. Let's talk 200 female. We know Sharika is already in because she's the world champion over 200.
Elaine and Kevona is going to make that 200 team.
Elaine and Kevona. I like Kevona. I love Elaine. You know, I like Kevona for the 200.
I mean, personally speaking, I don't think Sharika is going to do the double. I think after the 100 meter, knowing that she's a defending champion, she is just going to just rest for the remainder of the championship. Um, the 200 meter is one of the dark horses for me. Um, I've seen Mrs. Fraser Price doing some work on the curve there in training. You know? She is one of the most fierce competitors that I've seen when it comes to women track and field. So I'm never ruling out Mrs. Fraser Price. And I think she's falling in love with the 200 meters. I'm not sure if anybody is getting that feeling from her,
No,
but I get where she's falling in love with the 200
no,
I am
meters.
not getting that
I
feeling
am
from
not
her at
getting
all.
that.
You alone getting that feeling.
Well, Sandra was after the 200. After the 200, we'll definitely hear how she feels about it.
Definitely, and I'll ensure I ask her because I want to.
I see her falling in love with the 200 meters. This 200 meter is going to be interesting because a lot of revenge is going to come from the 100 meters to the 200 meters. And when I say a lot of revenge, I'm talking about the fact that if some of the names that we mentioned before are not so successful in the 100 meters, they are going to come to the 200 meter with a lot to prove. And I say that to say that when you look at persons like Alana Reid loves the 200 meters a lot. When you look at persons like Brianna Williams, I think she's good at the 200 meters. I'm looking at persons like Ashanti Moore to see what she can pull off in the 200 meters as well. Personally, for me, I think for the 200 meters, I'll definitely see Kevona on that team, and that is one that I'm really definitely looking forward to. Mrs. Thompson Hero, definitely will be coming with the fight for the 200 meters. And she has a lot to prove with the 200 meter, with what happened last year at the World Championships, at the Jamaica Championships as well, with Sherika running that blistering 21:55, and she placed in third place in that race. I think Elaine has a lot to prove. And I believe if the 100 meters is not where she proved it, the 200 meters is definitely going to be something special for her. Looking at the field right now, I'm liking both Mrs. Thompson Hero as well as Mrs. Fraser Price and Kevona Davis. I see where she should be able to take that third place spot and make the team to the championship.
I like Kevona. I believe she can make the team. I believe Elaine is going to be there, and I believe Shelly will be there as well. Shelly doing a no plating with nobody. I don't know if any of you guys saw the video when she went to her son's sports day.
Mm-hmm.
And no joke. That was a flat out race, guys. So when Shelly touched the track, that's no joke. That's no plaything. You see what I'm saying?
And that is why I'm telling you, she's falling in love with the 200 meters in a what?
I still
The
don't see
panel
that.
doesn't agree. The panel doesn't agree, but that's okay. That's
I
okay.
still don't see that, but I know whenever she shows up, it's time for
Yeah.
work. It's time
She's
for
a real
business.
competitor. She takes it
Yes,
seriously.
yes. Welcome, 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 Christopher Moffat. Thank you so much for joining. Wagwan, wagwan. We're actually here talking sports. national championship, senior and junior. So if you listen and there's anything that you want to share, you don't know. Also, guys, remember to share the live so others can join in. Sit down, go and sleep. So that's the 200 for the ladies, 200 for the men. Let me hear the predictions.
The 200 for the men is actually one of those events that I'm not excited about. Little has really happened in the 200 meters for men throughout the course of the year to really impress me. What I can say about the men's 200 meters is that I expect Rashid Dwyer to be there. He is the
Yes.
constant flag bearer in that event for us there. I'm excited about Antonia Watson. With the 200 and the 400 being the same day, I look forward to see if he will show up. But I'm really excited about Antonia Watson. Um, Personally speaking, for me, I see Brian Level is listed in the 200 meters,
Yes.
and I've heard from the camp that he's really in good shape. So knowing his spirit and the type of person that he is when it comes to the sport, I am excited to see what he has to offer there. I think the top of the ticket should be between Dwyer, and I haven't seen Hudson all season. I have not seen any race that he has run. I know he has been on the circuit, but I have not seen anything that he has done all season. But I'm excited to see what he has to offer. And I think at the top of the ticket, we should be seeing Dwyer and Hudson. But I'm excited about Antonia Watson as well as Brian Level. And that too should be a rivalry coming back from boys and girls champs. I remember the last time they both met, there was a little bit of controversy there, but it was a good showing for both. A name that we haven't spoken about too is one Adrian Carr. He
Mm,
is transitioning to the senior ranks,
yes.
and a very talented athlete from his days at KC. We didn't see him at championship this year, but based on what I'm seeing, I think he ran a PB for the 200 meters earlier this year as well. So I'm excited to see what they have to offer. Again, what this event is telling me and showing as well is that the younger athletes are transitioning. They are coming over to the senior ranks. They are learning the sport. They are transitioning from the high school system into the professional ranks. And I'm happy to see what they have to offer. And I believe the championship will show us something. I'm not sure exactly what it is that the championship will show because it's just one of those events I'm excited about for this championship. But it will definitely show us something.
Renee?
Man, I don't know. All I got is Andrew Hudson. He'll be somewhere in the top three. That's all I got for the 200 men.
Wow.
But Renee, just not putting you on the spot, but what do you think, in your opinion, is happening with the 200 meters and our Jamaican men?
I don't know. I don't know.
Nobody don't like the 200 anymore.
The person that I had to move down to the 200 meter, we all know what is happening, and it is breaking my heart.
No, we
That
cannot. We cannot speak about that. We
my
definitely
two
cannot speak
faves,
about
my
that.
two faves are not going to be at the championship, so it's going to be a bittersweet championship for me.
Let us hear your two faves. Christopher Taylor and
Brittany Anderson.
Sunset, you're not playing, You are not playing, You're
we
just throwing
want
it
the
right
people
out
them to
there.
know. We want the people them to know at the end of the day. Christopher Taylor and Brittany Anderson. And it's very unfortunate, that these two young stars won't be there to showcase. I was really looking forward to see Brit in the hurdles. She is, but we're not at the hurdles yet. We're still at the 200. All right, so drop us in a comment, guys, to let us know who is your pick for the 200. So Christopher Moffat says, "Me not think you are making it."
Johan is he I think he's gonna come into the championship with some amount of confidence.
Yeah.
He
Johan
always
is
does.
a newly signed PUMA athlete.
Mm.
You're watching the news, Renee.
No, no, no. Social media.
Hey, don't play with Renee, you know.
Social media. He's
Renee
a
is
newly
up there.
signed PUMA athlete. So I think whether we want to think about it, think it plays a part or not. It does. So um the last couple of times we saw him on the circuit, everybody was asking why is he running in his Jamaican kit? He doesn't have on anything for Adidas and all of that. So I think this is one less burden of his shoulder. So he should come into the championship with a clearer mind, and
Yeah.
that mental um break that he should get from signing that deal should go a long way into help him in to make the team. I don't see him winning or coming second, to be honest, but I see him on the team.
Right. Right. And that's the 200 inner people. It's a lot of things happening. A lot of things happening.
Well, Sunset, I just pulled up the 200-meter start list. And I'm seeing here where Antonio Watson is not on the 200-meter start list based on what I'm seeing here. But Malik Smith Band is on the
That
start
kid is
list.
on fire.
He is on the start list, and I have been watching him all
He
season.
is on
He
fire.
loves the 400 meters, but I think when it comes to the 200 meters, it is his sweet spot. When he glides off that curve, he is doing very well. I think it will be a boost of confidence for him. I think with his coaching team, he definitely should look into it in the future. The 4-2 is very good, but look at the 200-meter because when I look at him coming off the curve, he really, even though it's a hard comparison, I see a little bit of that Merlin Otis style coming off the curve when I see Malik Smith Band coming off that 200-meter curve. So let us see what he has to offer in the race. We have persons like Nigel Ellis. Again, Taekwondo Tracy is one that is very determined. So we really can't rule him out, but I am still not excited about this 200 meters for the championships.
There might be something at the end of the day that
There might
surprises.
be a cat that pulled out, a rabbit that is pulled out of the hat.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to say Brittany Anderson for the 100-meter hurdles, but we're going to see Megan. We're going to see Kerika Hill. We're going to see Danielle. Who else are we going to see in the 100 hurdles?
Akira Nugent.
Definitely Akira Nugent. And I wanted you to call that one, Will.
Um, the 100 meter hurdles for women is one of the events that I'm actually looking forward to. Um,
Don't tell us your pick. Let's hear Renee first.
Why me?
Because we want to hear you first because
I think
your fave is not in there.
I think Daniel is should win. I think Daniel is going to win. Akira should be second. Um,
Look at Wade face disagreeing.
no, I'm listening.
I think Daniel is going to win. Akira is gonna be second. I can't. I want to say Kerika, but I don't. I haven't seen her run. I'm gonna go with Megan, although I want to say Kerika because somehow, some way, Megan always find herself on the team.
Always find a way in.
So for this one is going to be very tricky. And remember, we're talking about hurdles. Anything is possible with those
Yeah.
hurdles. For this one, it's one of the events that I look forward to, but I look forward to with one eye closed. I like Akira Nugent, 100% like Akira Nugent for this one, a championship. I think all season she has been doing very well. She has been going up against some very strong girls on the collegiate circuit, and she has been doing very well. Um, I'm a little concerned for those persons coming off of the collegiate circuit because they run so much races.
You're tired.
However, I see her taking this one in the bag. I see the experience of Danielle Williams taking her through. When it comes to Danielle Williams and the Jamaican Championships, I must confess I am scared for
It
her when it
can be
comes to.
scary.
I
Yes, it
am I
can be
am very
scary for
scared for
real.
her because she has had some very unfortunate circumstances when it comes to the championship. But she is a performer and she will definitely do what is required. Now, when it comes to the third place spot, I love Kerika Diamond Hill. I love Kerika Diamond Hill very well, and I heard earlier today from a good friend within the elite performance camp that she is actually in good spirits. To quote what I heard, that she's in good spirits. The last race that we saw her run when she ran that 1275 at one of the velocity meets, she had a lot more to give. Definitely had a lot more to give in that race. She was calm, she was smooth. Um, she too is a champion, but she too also has some unfortunate stories when it comes to the hurdles. But I do believe that she will be on that team to Budapest. So I am giving her the third place spot as of now. But I'm also looking at Megan Tapper because she too is one of those persons who knows how to actually put a race together. If on the finals I see her in lane 7 or lane 8, then I
That's a
definitely know
win.
she will make the finals.
And that could be a win.
I don't think that's a win. She's not in the form that will. I mean, Danielle Williams run 12:33, even though the win was not legal, and she looked real good running that 12:33 against Jasmine Camacho Quinn. Um, Akira has come up against some fierce competition on the collegiate circuit, and she has done well. The times she ran 12:25 on the collegiate circuit, again, the wind was a major factor there. But when you're talking about times like those, you're really talking about putting together. I've not seen Megan gone below 12:6 all season. So if she were to come from any lane and pull out a win, that would definitely be an upset. But she's a great athlete. And so I think all three ladies are from the four that we're talking about here. I think we can expect great things from them, not just for the championship, but also when they get to Budapest to see exactly how well they perform there, go through the rounds, and probably get on the medal table, get on the podium rather.
Monique says, Hill for the win.
It's a hard road to travel,
It's
and
a
a mile
hill for
of
the
way to
win
go.
or a win for the hill. But whichever way we want to put it, Kerika is going to find her way in. She always does, you know? World under 20 champion.
She's dangerous. She's hungry. She has that fighting spirit. And the thing about these junior athletes is they all went professional because they are at the peak of their performance as it is right now. But also they have a lot to prove because a lot of person had concerns about them going
Yes,
professional. So they have a lot to prove
that is true.
for themselves. But when it comes to those younger girls who are possibly going to be on the team to the championships, do not I'm not underestimating them and I'm not overestimating them either. I think they have a lot to prove. They are in some good hands as it relates to coaches. And I think this championship we will see them perform.
All right. So we have the 100 meter, the 110, I'm sorry, hurdles. And we don't have a special person. Well, one of my fave is not there.
I mean, he hasn't been running much all season.
So I don't know.
Yeah, he ran some
See
low
the
key
Mama
meets.
Cloud.
Yeah, he ran some low key meets that didn't really make the airwaves. So I guess probably he didn't have a good training season. He switched camp again this year, I think. He's back at Arkansas training, so he's one of my fave too. But for the men 110 hurdles, what's his name? I have
Broad Bell.
Rule out
Broadbell
Tyler
winning.
Mason, people. We
I
can't
have
rule
I
out
actually
Tyler
have
Mason.
Broadbell winning, Parchment to make the team, second or third, and um
Don't rule out Tyler Mason.
not
He has
ruling out Tyler
been
Mason, but then again he's coming off NCAA as well. So let us
Orlando
see.
Bennett is there as well. Can't
Um
rule him
Tyler
out.
Mason is not coming off NCCA.
No,
Philip
Tyler Mason,
Lemonius is coming off
Lemonius
NCCA.
Phillips.
Yeah.
So Lemonius coming from NCAA. Tyler Mason has been here training.
what happened to what's his name? He was at the last Olympics. I can't remember his name.
Damian Thomas.
Damian Thomas.
No.
Oh, we
As
can't
in,
rule him out
as
either.
in Ronald Levy.
Yes. What happened to Ronald Levy?
The bronze medalist.
I think I've seen him at
He ran at the last
one of the
road to
last
Budapest.
road.
Yeah, he ran
Yeah,
at the last road to Budapest. He ran 13:44
I
there.
don't think it's probably the last one that was held at the stadium.
At No man, he ran at the one at JC.
At JC, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
For me, the 110 hurdles is another exciting one to see. I am going to go against Renee and say that Hansa Parchment is for the win. I heard her saying, and I quote somewhere on the team, I
Second or third.
yeah, I heard her saying that. I'm definitely going to outright go against her to say Hansa Parchment for the win. Rashid Broadbell. It's going to be a very close race between the two. Rashid Broadbell will be there, and I'm liking Tyler Mason. He has been doing very well all season, coming up,
Yes.
bringing down his PB to a 13:32. Um, I like how he's putting his race together, clearing those hurdles. He's looking speedy, and he technically he looks well over the hurdles. I remember Philip Lemonius from his JC days. I was quite surprised when he won the collegiate title because I really wasn't following the season. So when he won, I was quite surprised, and then I started going back and doing some research. He is looking good. He's clearing those hurdles very well. Um, we also have to talk about Jaheim Hayes. He is doing Hales rather. He is doing very well too. Also coming out of the collegiate system with a PB this season of 13:28. Um, we have a lot of depth in this area, and this one will be very well. We talk about Damian Thomas. You have to talk about Orlando Bennett, Ronald Levy. We have a lot of depth for this one. Um, Omar McLeod not being in the field is really a major hit to local track and field as well as to 110 hurdles. And I hope that we can see him next year for the Olympics. He is one of those championship performers. He has been having a few off seasons, but I think going back to Arkansas is a real good decision for him. So I'm hopeful to see what he has to bring in the future. But for this championship, I'm excited about the potential of a Hansa Parchment, Rashid Broadbell, and what they have to offer. But for me, it is Hansa Parchment over Broadbell, and it will be tight. Again, this is the hurdles.
We might have a tie, you know, Rashid and Hansel.
Well, the clock can sort that out. The clock
No,
can definitely sort
the
that
clock.
out.
I don't think the clock going to sort it out.
Oh, you think Hansley is just going to outright win?
No, both are gonna share the title. That's just me.
Well, let us see. Let
Agree
us
with
see.
me, people. Agree with me in the comments.
The thing, then you see Sunset. The thing is, for me, when we are watching the Diamond League meets and when we are watching the meets that they're doing overseas, what we're seeing is an athlete doing one round, and that's it. You
Yeah.
just have 8 men lining up in the finals. when you come to a championship, what you have is 3 rounds, probably 2 rounds, based on the amount of people who are going to be in the race.
Right.
The 110-meter hurdles has always been one of those sketchy ones that you probably have 2 rounds. But when it comes down to the rounds, it puts a different level of pressure on the athletes. Hands attachment has been tried, tested, and proven time after time. Rashid Broadbell is doing very well in the sport.
Yes.
Both have competed against the likes of Grant Holloway, Devon Allen, Roberts, everybody else in the sport who are at the top of the game right now, and they are very competitive up there. But I think when it comes to who wants it more, who's a little bit more hungry, I think Hans Parchment has shown us time after time that don't rule him out. So most definitely, even if not, because he's definitely not one of those championship performers at the local level, but when he gets to the international level, you see a different Hans Parchment there. But for me, I'm definitely going to stick with my guts and go with him for the win.
Right, people. On here, on here, on here. All right.
Let's hope I can actually come back to the post-championship recording now because I'm talking so strong.
That is it. We'll definitely have you for the post recording. Definitely, you and Renee. Definitely going to have you for the post because I want the people them to beaten up in the comments when you know. But I really hope your predictions are right. So we'll cover basically most of what Jamaicans would, go for. But then there is an event that I like, and that's the 800.
I mean, Natalia Gould all the way. Over the years, I've actually been very concerned about Natalia Gould's race approach because she keeps going to the front and being swallowed up when it comes down to the kick up the goal.
She doesn't do that
This
anymore, though.
Yeah, this season she has made serious adjustments. She is sitting in the park, she's being patient, and she's coming out. We know she have that final kick when on the last lap. So therefore that's real good for her. Here at home, I don't think she'll have much competition. Last championship she was beaten by Kristen Garden Powell. She's out this season. And looking at the list, I don't see anybody that should really challenge Natalia Gould for the victory. Looking to the wider championship and what it has to offer there, um, it's gonna be a tough assignment. Mary Mora did a fantastic job the other day to actually surpass Keely Hodgkinson, who I had down to actually win the world championship.
Yeah.
I still do. She blew past her and did very well. I think the Kenyans are being inspired right now by what Faith Kipyegon has to offer. So let's see how Natalia will fare against the likes of Mary Mora, Keely Hodgkinson, and I think more, who we definitely cannot rule out because she has the heart of a champion, as well as her coach has been one that has been tested time after time, and he has found a way to come up with the goods. I'm scared of a thing more actually because she is now with Bobby Kersey. She's training with the likes of Sydney McLaughlin. She is working on some stuff, and her last race that she came out to do, which was her opener in New York, she looked real well. So
Yes.
I'm looking at Natalia Gould not from this local championship, but what she has to offer throughout the wider season, and I see hope.
Yeah.
That's definitely what
Definitely.
I see hope. I would love if she could find her way on the podium because I think she really deserves to
She
have that from
does.
the sport.
Yes, she
So
does.
I'm hoping she can find her way on the podium at the wider championship. But let us see how the rest of the season plans out. But for the championship, I don't see anybody who will be able to test her for that title.
Renee, agree?
She should win the national championship comfortably. Um, Who's on the start list again? Her, Jess
Adele
McLean, who again?
Tracy. Adele Tracy.
Adele should come second.
What about Jessica McLean?
Jess McLean, I was just looking at her personal list. She actually trains the same place that Natalia trains. She attends Clemson, so who knows?
I mean, Jess is real good from her Edwin Allen days. So she is
Yes.
one of those persons who she has the spirit of a warrior. Um, I haven't seen much of her throughout the season, so I really cannot speak on that one. But I don't see where she will be at the place where she can challenge a Natalia Gould. I saw Natalia running 158, and I thought she had a lot more to offer after running that 158. Um, Jess McLean going to Natalia Gould, who is in a 158, 157 shape. I don't see it. I definitely don't see it. So for the championship, I don't see where she will be tested. But I think Jess McLean can probably get a PB out of it.
And I think if Natalia is to medal at Worlds, she'll have to run a personal best. Mary Moya, Keely, um, I think can rule out Aggie Wilson.
She will, yeah.
So if she is to medal, although Aggie's last race, I don't know what went wrong because she actually came in last at the bottom of the table, way 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 below her standard. But you still can't rule her out because she's always up there. So if she is to medal, I think she will have to run a personal best, and she hasn't run anything close to her personal best now.
So that might be one of the national championship surprise.
Yeah.
800 men? Are we looking?
We have an 800-meter men team.
Yeah. I was surprised not to see Kimar's name on the start list.
I said that, Renee, because I know you were going to attack me, but I guess you didn't bite the bullet.
No, she did
Yeah.
not.
No,
When I
I
said
was
this, you have
surprised
the
not to see his name. I guess he's preparing to switch schools. So
Yeah.
maybe next year we'll see him. But Navaski is here to run. Navaski has a lot to prove. He was disqualified. He won, was it his regionals and was disqualified?
Yeah, I think so.
And I don't think he made nationals. So chip on his shoulder, and those kind of persons are dangerous.
And he's a national record holder.
And he's a national record holder.
All right. So there's a lot.
I'm trying to look at the entry list because um Tyrese Roten has looked very good on the collegiate circuit. Um I'm trying to locate the start list to see who are the persons who will be in the 800 meters. I haven't really seen a lot of from Navaski all season, but looking back at previous seasons, I'm not going to rule him out. Definitely not. He got a taste of the global scene last year. I think he made it to the semifinals, right, Renee?
Yeah.
I think he made it to the semifinals. That type of exposure is one that changes a person. So therefore, definitely not ruling him out as the national champion. Let us see what the guys coming back from the collegiate circuit has to offer and see how it will play out. But based on what I've been seeing from, and we have to judge the 800 meters from the collegiate circuit for Jamaica. Based on what I'm seeing there, I think there is a lot that we can get out of it at a local level as in a competitive race. But to make it to the championship, I doubt we even have anybody who would have qualified for the championship so far.
All right. We have a couple. I noticed we have been talking a lot about seniors. Um, we have a lot of juniors that have been doing well, and we still have the NC we still have NACAC. I'm sorry, um, under 18, under 23 coming up. Um, like I said, personally, for me, for this championship, I think one of the things to shoot for me that I'm looking forward to is the field events, and for the juniors, the shot put and the discus, men and women.
All right, so for the shot put men, I think Kobe should win. Well,
He has been doing very well.
yes, I think
No
he should
disagreement
win.
there.
For the women, the twins from Camperdown, I think they should be up there.
The
For the
Johnson
discus,
twins
for the yeah, the
Discuss,
shot put.
right?
For the discus though, we have Cedrica, we have the twins,
from
and
St. Catherine.
no, the twins from Camperdown.
Camperdown. They're from Camperdown.
The twins from St.
Britannia,
Catherine, what do they do?
what twins?
There's a twin, Casey and something another Johnson from St. Catherine.
You're talking Brittany and Britannia Johnson from Camperdown.
All right, as soon as I tell the name of the twins I'm talking, there's a twin at St. Catherine. I think they came first and second at the Carifta Games, but I'll double check.
We're talking Brittany and Britannia Johnson from Camperdown. They're not from St. Catherine.
Okay.
Yeah. They are the ones we're talking. We have Abigail from St. Jago. Those four ladies have been looking very well in the discus for the juniors.
Based on what I've seen at Champs and what I've seen at the Carifta Games, I think for the discus we are heading in the right direction. I think the girls are being inspired because in the track in the field right now, I think we would really say Daniel Thomas Dad is doing a fantastic job with bringing the field events on the female side in terms of the throwing events on the
Yeah.
female side. I think a lot of the girls are being inspired by her right now, and so we are seeing greater participation both on the male and the female sides at the junior level. I'm just hoping that they will remain consistent and carry through. For the championships that are coming up at their age group level, I really expect them to do well. I'm seeing the fighting spirit in our athletes right now, and I think everybody is trying to put their names in the record books. So I'm really looking forward to see how they will perform. For the championship, though, I think it will definitely be between Frederica and the twins.
I personally am not going to rule out Abigail.
I
In the
don't
discus.
I can't remember Abigail right now.
I think she came second at the boys and girls champs. It was between herself and Cedrica.
I'm over here pulling up the information.
I know, I'm just waiting on you to finish. Also, because we're kind of wrapping up now, I don't want to leave out the junior boys, 100 and 200.
For the
Deandre
junior
Daly.
for the junior boys, I'm just gonna throw some names out there. Touch Marcus White is one to look out for.
Under
Um,
18.
as you said, DeAndre Daly is definitely one to look out for. Um, the there are two young men from KC, White and another young man. I think his last name is Ruben or something like that. I'm not sure right now off the top of my head. Um, Bromwell is one to look out for from Calabar. Um, Gordon from Calabar as well is one to look out for. I think on the championship side for the juniors, I think it will show what the champs scorecard looked like because those athletes have been phenomenal. They have been doing well. I'm not expecting any major surprise there, but I'm looking forward to see what they will produce at the championship. I think though the best test for them is when they get onto that global stage and they'll have to compete with persons outside of Jamaica who
Yes.
are performing on the level that they are performing or even a little better, and see how they will fare out and how well they will actually perform. But the crop of junior athletes now that we're seeing on the boys' side as well as on the girls' side, because I'm excited to see what one Abigail Campbell, who transferred from Porncourt to Idel, who was unable to run her champs. I'm excited to
Yes.
see what she has to offer. Kamai Bingham, Tiana Lee Terrelong. When you look at Davidson, Brenna Davidson as well, from Jago. So let us see. Natrice East. We really do have a lot of depth there. So I'm excited to see
Definitely.
what they bring out. For championship, as I say, I doubt the scorecard will change from what we've seen from the boys and girls champs coming out.
Actually, the 400-meter female may look a little bit different. Yes. Ricky and Russell is going to be Ricky and Russell, but Dejanay Oakley is
Oh
entered
yeah.
to run with the juniors
Mm-hmm.
at trials. Remember, she's at Texas now, and she
Yes.
runs with
She
their
ran that four. She ran on the
the
four by 4.
4x4 team,
Yes.
right? And we all remember what she did the last time she was at champs.
Yes.
Well, you and I know, Renee, that I have a love for Dejanay Oakley, and I've been asking for her all season until you told me that she's at Texas. I really haven't seen what she's had to offer while being at Texas this season. I'll never rule her out because she's one of those persons you don't see any at all season, and then she come and put on such a magnificent performance. She's a beautiful 400-meter runner. She attacks and comes off that curve beautiful. So I'll never rule her out. But I'm going to play a card that I don't typically play, Renee. I am not giving up on Ricky and Russell because guess what? The fight between her and McAnuff has been a really good ding dong battle over the
Yes. It has
season.
been.
It has really been. But guess what happened? Rickian has been coming a long journey. And now that she has found that sweet spot, I don't think she is
True.
going to be giving that sweet spot up
True. She's
any
not
at
giving it
all.
away.
So
Not giving it away.
it will definitely be one of those ding dong battles again. But I'm rolling my dice now, and you know how I feel about Oakley, but I'm rolling my dice on Ricky and Russell.
All right.
But Sunset, we cannot close the live without talking about the women's 400-meter hurdles for championship.
No. Let's
Okay.
Yes, please, and please don't take long.
I mean, Rennie and I spoke about this earlier this week. I had my cards in a different direction. But that one promises to be a very exciting race at championship. It will see a shake up too of the old guards.
Yes.
They will definitely see a shake up of the old guards. For me, I like Antoinette Knight. I think it's gonna be a battle royal between her and Cheyenne Salmon. Um, the
When we
third
spoke
place.
earlier this week, Cheyenne Salmon wasn't even on your scorecard because you had completely forgotten about her.
Not at
That,
But
all.
Cheyenne
that,
Salmon, I think, should win.
that is why I have gone back and decided to re-look at the field, put on my glasses and look at the
Mm-hmm.
field. And I've looked at the field. I like Antoinette Knight, but she's gonna have to do real good to really beat Shine Salmon. But I think she's able to pull it off. She has the confidence, and last year was very unfortunate for her at the championship. So
Yeah.
therefore, she definitely is going to actually come out with her A game. This is uncharted territory because we are so used to seeing Genevieve Russell winning the 400-meter hurdles at championship, and she is one of those persons who have been tested that you really cannot rule out. But there is a possibility based on looking at what's happening that we will see a changing of the guard. Let us see if she come and put some color in her hair, then you know she's in a warrior mode. But if
I
she
believe
comes,
so too. So I am not ruling her out. I'm going to
well,
ask
it's
you
gonna
in
it's
color.
gonna be a ding dong battle because Rochelle Clayton is really looking
You
good.
definitely cannot rule her out either.
So,
Rochelle Clayton
so
is looking real good. So Antoinette went to Veer for a minute. Rochelle is a Veer girl. I'm a Veer boy. I'm going with the Veer team.
Look at
So
you.
so I'm gonna give you my top three. So Cheyenne Salmon, I see her winning. Anjanette Knight is coming with something to prove. Remember, she was leading last year and
Yes.
she fell at the curve before she reached the 100-meter stretch.
Yeah.
Family in the stadium with her picture and all of that, and she couldn't finish the race. So she is coming with something to prove. She's hungry. I see her coming in second, and I have Rochelle Clayton for third.
No Genevieve Russell.
But I did say this to you, Wade. I told you I don't see her making the team this year.
Well,
Um,
let's see.
she is going to have
Let's
to
see.
surprise us.
Follow her here.
Yeah.
But she
Red.
has surprised. But she has surprised us several seasons because several seasons we've not seen her as the winner, and she's put it out of the bag.
That's gonna be one of the surprise race.
I mean,
All of the hurdles are going to be surprise races.
I think so too. Because I believe Rashawn Clark probably will take on Jahil Hyde and probably even win the
And
championship.
probably I believe that he can win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe he can
I
win
believe
too.
he can win.
I never see something that I love and hate at the same time. So yet, hurdles.
Very unpredictable.
Yeah. But I believe Roshan can do it.
Um, for me, I'm excited about the championship. I'm not putting. I think what I'm most excited about is the possible 10-6. I think that's what I'm going to look for as the performance of the championship. That possible 10-6.
Someone earlier in the chat says, yes, Wade, 10-6. Think it was Monique earlier. It's possibly,
Renee, what you're looking forward to most in the championship, apart from sitting beside me in the stadium?
I am not really looking forward to that. But I don't think I have one thing that I am looking forward to, but if I should, I'm partial about my who I call my girls, and my faves are not there. So I'm looking forward to one Miss Kevona Davis making her first senior team,
Yes, that would be exciting.
and Tina Clayton doing something special.
definitely. All right. So thank you so much, my new sports analyst. Thank you so much, guys, for joining Wade Weathers and Renee Butcher. Thank you so much. I want to thank all my lifestyle peeps out there that, killing the comment section. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all the persons that shared. All right. So I want you to just remember to subscribe, share, like, and definitely hit the notification bell so that once we drop something you'll definitely be notified, because the championship starts tomorrow and we're definitely going to be out there in the sonat, doing our thing and trying to keep you guys up to date as best as possible. We will have photos, we will have clips, we will try our best to have live updates so that you all will be notified. So again, remember to share, to subscribe, tell all your friends. We might even have some giveaways, throughout the days. Let's see how that work. You might can get a free ticket to come in and watch the finals on Friday of the 100-meter, and one free ticket could come watch the finals of the 200-meter on Sunday. We're talking about grandstand ticket. So watch out, guys. You never can tell what it is. Just like how we're excited about the championship, I am definitely excited about everyone joining us tonight. So see you guys soon. All right. And peace and love. And thank you so much for joining. Thanks again, Wade. Thanks again, Renee. All right. And all the best. And good night, folks. Ciao.
All right. Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.